welcome to Carmen Katharine's Wreath. So today we're going to do a Cajun wreath, and I showed you earlier this week what Miss Joyce Howard from Louisiana sent me. She sent me some awesome stuff. So my inspiration for the center came from the flag that she sent me. Okay, remember this is a Cajun wreath, and it's supposed to be about the bayou and, you know, gators and crawfish and all that wonderful stuff. And you know that my husband is from Mississippi, so this is going to be fun. So what I did do is, I took the little gators that she sent me, and they're little bobbleheads. They came from Craft Outlet, and we got the Florida Lee, and I think we had one because I do a lot of like Mississippi and Louisiana themes, especially around football season, the Saints, and we'll dress it up and we'll put, you know, dress this up, paint it black and gold for the Saints because that is our team. Woohoo! Who dat? Sorry, I had to do that. So anyways, we stained the Florida Lee, and I believe you can get this from Hobby Lobby. And then we glued, I stained this myself. I'm proud of me. And then I glued the little gators. I glued 3 of them onto it. So what you want to do is you do want to grab your floral wire, because these went on fine being glued on. But this one I had to tie on a little bit of like green floral wire and then glue him to it. But it came out so cute. And then I took 2 cable mounts and I put the floral wire through it, and then I put the hot glue because this keeps it sturdy, so in the heat it's not going to slide off. So you can get the cable mounts, and let me pull my glasses down. Oh, I look a mess today. We have a storm. So yesterday it started and our computer went crazy. So I downloaded really late. We had to make room on the computer again because I do a lot of tutorials. We have over 160 tutorials. So every month we're moving some over to the hard drive. So it wouldn't let me, like, I can edit it, but I wasn't able to download it or publish it or save it. So we had to move over some large files over to the external hard drive. So it went out pretty late last night. Sorry about that. And then I was up at 3 in the morning. Most of you all know about my medical background. I've had 3 back surgeries. I was paralyzed for 6 months. I have a rod that goes from my S1, which is your tailbone, all the way up to my L3. So L3, L4, L5, and S1 is one big rod, and I have 3 artificial discs. So I was paralyzed. They told me I would never, ever walk again. And that was at my 2nd back surgery because I waited too long. And instead of it being herniated, it was ruptured. And what happened is when it ruptures, it smushes into a whole bunch of pieces of like little shards of glass. And it runs up and down and cuts the nerves through your back. I mean, I was losing urine and everything. My husband was deployed, and he was gone for 10 months. And at that time, my son didn't live here yet with his wife or anything. I was by myself. I didn't have any family around this area. And I just waited. I dealt with it, and I waited. And the day my husband got home, he said, "Oh my God, I was down to 97 pounds. I was so much pain." And anyone that suffers from back pain, you know that the heating pad, and you're constantly taking baths, and it's an all-day process to try to get that swelling down and the pain, and nothing took care of it. And I waited too long. So I had went to my doctor. He said, "Oh, you're leaking urine." He goes, "We need to get an MRI." He got an MRI, and he said, "Carmen, Chris, go home, pack a bag, because I'm calling one of my colleagues, a person he went to medical school with. He goes, and I'm going to see if I can get you in. So we were on our way home, because we drove to Jacksonville to see my doctor at the time. He wasn't here. Now he has an office here. But we went all the way home. Excuse me, that was Bernardina. We were on our way home, packing, and we were going to pack up a bag, and he said, listen, so Dr. Gabriel is on call. The MRI I gave you on the disc, bring it with you. Go to the emergency room right now. They're all ready. They all know what's going on. Just go, bring the disc with you. Let them see it. They'll go from there. So we packed a bag. We went to the emergency room. And it was, they were amazed I was even standing. So I get in there, and I'm barely standing. I was actually using, they're kind of like, I used 2 canes that had the 4 little prongs on it, one with each hand. That's how bad it was. And your legs feel really heavy, and it's excruciating pain. So I went in there, and this was my second one. So I already knew what to expect, but not to this point. We go in, and they're looking at the MRI. They went ahead, they admitted me. I have 4 doctors that come in, and they all come in and said, you waited too long. You're probably never going to walk again. You're having surgery in a couple hours. We're admitting you, getting you up in your room. We're so sorry, but this doesn't look good. So, oh, and there's more to this than that. So then I go upstairs. You know, I go ahead and go through surgery. And they come out, and, you know, my surgery took 8.5 hours. And that's not even the biggest one. The 3rd one was longer. And I was kind of numbed. Anyways, long story short, I was there for almost a week, and I went home in a wheelchair. And it was God, meditation, prayers, every day. Thank you for being able to walk. Thank you for giving me feeling in my feet. It was every day, constantly. My husband had to carry me, put me in the shower, to wash. He had to wipe me. I couldn't even feel my bowels. It was bad. So, short story, at about 3 months, my toes started moving. And then at 4 months, I could move my feet a little bit. And then by 6 months, I was walking on a walker. And then I went through physical therapy. And I was completely walking by a year out. So I had another disc. So it's like a domino effect. I had another one that went, and it was like a 1.5 years later. And this was a planned surgery, but it was much longer. So again, before I had surgery, I had it all planned out because it had herniated, and the insurance was going to fix it. They pulled out everything because the disc underneath it popped from the pressure. So this one went, and then this one went. It was like a domino effect. And then these 2 were already artificial discs at the bottom. So it was just horrible. So it was S1, L5, L4, and L3. So, but it's a big rod. It's 3 artificial discs. I don't think there's 4. I think there's 3. But there may be 4. So anyways, another disc had gone, but what happened was they had to replace the whole thing because my back collapsed. And what that means is when my back went, it went and collapsed. So we had planned to do this. It was to pull everything out, fix the other discs that was going. It was all planned. But I kept on having these really big migraines. And I kept on passing out. The worst thing was I would walk outside, boom, down I would go. The neighbors would find me. I'd be out there 3 days unconscious. I would walk into the garage. going to do laundry, down I would go. There was no warning. There was no, it was just this pressure. And they thought I was having seizures. So I went and had, it's kind of like it's a not an EKG, a EGG. It's where they look at the brain waves and they do a black light and all that to make sure I wasn't having seizures. And then because my TSH and everything was going crazy, and had prolactin, they were like, I had a great female PCM up at Jackson, at the Naval Hospital. She said, we need to go ahead and get an MRI of your brain, hon. We need to figure out what's going on, because something's going on. All your levels are off. Something is going on. So we had one within a day, because the lady at the hospital, because they did it with and without contrast, she kept on saying after it was done, she said, because it was an hour-long MRI, and she said, please get in touch with your doctor first thing Monday morning. The doctor got a hold of me the next day, and that was a Saturday. I went in Monday morning, and I was by myself. My husband was gone, and they said, you have a brain tumor, and it is really, really big, and it's inside the pituitary, not on the outside, not where you can go in and clip it off through the nose. It's inside of it. Okay. I was like, all right. So, while I was going through my last back surgery, I also went through treatment for the brain tumor. So with the last back surgery, I had my neurologist there, which he knew about the brain tumor. Him and my endocrinologist were treating it because it's a hormone tumor. And he was my surgeon. He did my last surgery, and he also does brain surgery. I had a nerve doctor and an anesthesia, but there was a whole bunch, not just 3, there was a whole bunch of them. They all worked at me at once, and when they went in there, they actually took out little pieces of the disc that shattered from before the last surgery, prior, and then the doctor reattached nerves. So if the nerve is completely cut, they can't fix it. That's a complete lie if someone says they can fix it. They cannot, if it's severed. But if it's hanging, they can try to repair it. So let's talk about pain. I woke up from surgery. The pain was the worst pain I have ever felt in my life, because all the nerves that they could reattach were working. So it felt like fire. It was horrible. Horrible. So I went through the brain treatment as well, and they thought it was a complete miracle because the brain tumor completely gone. It was a success. Everything was great. About 6 months later, I started getting sick again. Nausea, you feel like you're pregnant, your cortisol's high, you gain weight. It's just, the headaches are insane. Eyesight goes in and out. It's just insane. So I went in there. She's like, well, your last MRI didn't show anything, but we need to go ahead and get another one. So this was different. The last one was like prolactin, and it was other hormones. This one was mainly like cortisol and just functions, diabetes, and all this other stuff. So I went back in, and they were like, the tumor's back, but this is insane. It is way bigger than the last one. Same exact spot inside the pituitary, but it's your pituitary is like a little pea. Completely filled it up. There is hardly no pituitary there. went and saw my neurologist, and he said, listen, we need to treat the hormones and the problems, and we need to monitor the growth of it. But if we take this out, Carmen, you're not going to have anything left. You're not going to have anything left. Nothing. Nothing. You're going to lose all of it. And we're going to be on medicine. And with my history, I have a very fatty liver. It's very sensitive. And all this other stuff. I'm already diabetic. It was just horrible. So through prayer and the things that went on in my life, and pain is the main thing for cortisol, so we'll get there. For some reason, it's been the same size for the last 2 years. And they changed I'm still on very little insulin, but they changed the other medicine I was on to a different kind that goes through the kidneys where you pee it out. And I've been doing a lot of water therapy, and then the wreathing and prayer. And cortisol is perfect now. For some reason, no high cortisol. The tumor has stayed the same size. So I do have a brain tumor. If they take it out, I lose the whole pituitary. It's completely scarred up. It's in it, not on the outside. Like he said, there is no cutting it in half, dissecting it, putting it back together, or taking it out, putting it back on. I lose the whole thing. That's how big it is. So I live with a brain tumor. When I'm stressed or when I have a lot of pain is the main thing. Cortisol goes up. And when I say it goes up through my blood work, my cortisol will be 40, and that's through your blood work. And then I'll pee out 80, and your normal is like 30. So it goes extremely high. I'm peeing it out and in my blood work, which I was diagnosed with Cushing's disease. I have, they're called your adrenal glands. I have a teeny tiny little growth in there. And that also creates cortisol. So I have cortisol there and cortisol producing tumor in my head. Well, the last 4 months, perfect. Perfect in my urine, perfect in my blood work. 2 of my liver functions are just a tad bit high, but it takes months. Sometimes it takes 6 to 8 months for everything to level out, and it's coming down. So my enzymes are perfect. They're 20. They're perfect. It's just the other 2 just a tad bit high. So anyways, long story short, yes, I do have a brain tumor. Yes, I believe that is by the grace of God I'm here. I also believe that the brain tumor gives me creativity. That the bad is actually good, because I'm constantly thinking and creating and dreaming. It's constantly of art. So it can be the tumor. So anyways, our next tutorial after our Cajun wreath will be on an Easter cross. And it's dear to me. And we're going to do a vine. And it's going to be called Amazing Grace. Okay? Because I believe by the grace of God, I am here. So this will be either tomorrow or Thursday. Sorry. And then we have Fallen Soldier. Something else that I believe in. My husband is active duty. And we have lost a lot people calm down. We have lost a lot of people that are dear to us, whether they are active duty or they are retired vets. And it's for all our men and women. We lose. Let me breathe. We lose people every day. So, this is important. Okay. Let me shut this down and dry up so I'm not crying. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm all dried up now. So anyways, was up last night at 3 in the morning. Could feel the weather. And we have like a tornado watch and really bad weather right now. Hail in some areas. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And that cross is very important to me because I do say by the grace of God, I am here, okay? And you all know about my angel baby. I try to be as optimistic as possible, and I am very honored to be able to walk, and appreciative and humbled that I can walk and do things like everybody else. And then, you know, we got Angel Baby, my grandson that is 2, my youngest, and he has Down syndrome. So there's a lot of stuff in our lives, and, you know, my husband is active duty, so that is a lot. But you know what? Everybody has a journey, and everyone has a story, and everybody has something that we deal with. And by the time you're 30 years old, you're diagnosed with something, and some people are diagnosed as children. And I just know that no one's perfect. No one's perfect in any way. We all have something wrong with us. We're not perfect by any means. So anyways, we're doing this Cajun Wreath, and then tomorrow or the next day will be Amazing Grace, and it's going to be on a vine, and then Wounded Soldiers, which is very important to me as well. And my grandkids are getting much better. So they still have upset tummy, which is normal because their body has to adjust to eating solids again after having the flu. And they're still sleeping a lot, and they still have some of the flu symptoms, but they're getting better. And I cannot wait to see my grandsons. Theo, I usually have him all the time, and you know, Angel Baby, I get him, but not all the time, because he is sick. So, but we do get him. We usually get Theo more than the baby, but the baby, he's very important to me. We all call him our Angel Baby. And that's the moral of everything is I struggled and went through all those illnesses, and I still struggle. But then I look at my grandson who wasn't supposed to live, never supposed to walk, who was in ICU and had all these issues. And 1 minute we think we figure something out, and he's getting a little bit better, and he's diagnosed with this, you know, disease or this disorder, and then the next minute his blood work's off again, and then we gotta retrace, retest, go to more doctors to figure out what else is going on with him. And the whole time, that little baby has a smile on his face, and he can't walk like us. He's on like he just got a disability walker, and it straps his little body in because he can't hold his lower half up. So it's not like sitting in a walker and walking. This actually straps him in on the lower half. And then they have handles right here that they hold. And he has to hold on it to walk. But he's walking. And this little baby has so much happiness to him. He's always happy. And then I look at all the other kids and I think, how dare I even feel sorry for myself? Or even feel this way when these children are really hurt, but yet they smile. And they have so much zest for life. So that's the moral of it. We all have something wrong with us, and we all should be a little more nicer and kinder. Learn from each other, love each other. That is what we're here for. You know, not meanness, not nasty comments or being mean to each other. No, it's unacceptable. Be nice. So we used the cable mounts on the back of this. Like I said, what I did is I stained the fleur-de-lis and I glued the little alligators on. And this came from the flag that my husband is actually going to put up in our yard. He loves it, Joyce. He actually really, really loves it. So he goes, that's going up in my yard. It's so cute. So if you look real closely, there's alligators on the fleur-de-lis. So all I did was stain it. It is a little bit darker. And then there's alligators on it. So we're trying to make it as Cajun as possible. So this I'm going to fold. So what we're going to use today is, Miss Joyce sent me, this is your burlap jute. And then she sent me the fonts burlap, and it's kind of like checkered. It's green and brown and tan. Really pretty. And then she sent me a roll of red. Those all three came from Craft Outlet as well. I took some brown out, and I took out some moss green that I had. And then I have the 21-inch moss green as well. So we may not use all of these. We may just use a few. And then she sent me a bag of crawfish. These all came from Craft Outlet. And a Cajun survival kit, really, really cute. It says on the back of it, let me put my glasses down. Sorry I'm a mess today. It says miniature crawfish, miniature crab, miniature alligator, Tabasco sauce, file, Cajun spices, red beans and rice, Spanish moss, mosquito, escape during package, drop of mighty Mississippi evaporated, roar of thunder of Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge on Saturday night, tale of original Cajun survival kit. It's cute. It's really cute. And so the crawfish is sweetness of cane sugar. It's really, really cute. So cute. So I'm probably going to leave one in it, and then I'm going to take the other ones out and use it as decor on the wreath, because she sent me 2 of them. They're really, really cute, and this one opened, and that wasn't intentional. So I guess I'm going to use the one on it in the package and one without. So here's the moss. Really cute. Tabasco sauce. This is your Creole seasoning. Cute. This is red beans, rice, and file. Cute. This is just a Mississippi coin with the crown on it. Really cute. And then we have alligator. And you have your little crabby. This looks more like a little lobster. Really, really cute. Oh, that's a crawfish. Cute, cute, cute. So we're going to put all that inside, back inside this. And I have an idea for it. And then it comes with like a little so it just has, it's really cute. It's just a little saying. Crazy uncle. It's cute. I'll have to like put this up on my page so y'all can read it. It's really cute. Just a little tale. Little story about the survival kit. And then she sent me this. Look how cute. So cute. So this represents Louisiana, so please remember that. And then there's the pearls. Really cute. A little boot on it. There's 4 of those. And then you know we have the crawdaddies. Crawfish. So I'm going to move this over here. Oh, she sent me ribbon too. And you know Louisiana and Mississippi is really big on their magnolias. So what I did was I may be adding a magnolia to it. You know, that's my mother-in-law's favorite flower, and I did a magnolia flower. So if you're interested in making a magnolia, I have one that looks, I will get it right now off the wall. I have a magnolia that I made with homemade pollen that looks identical to magnolia, but life size. And I made it for my mama, hubby's mom. I call her mommy. They're my parents to me. We're very close. I have a very close family. So this is the magnolia I made, and there is a tutorial on it. And this is an identical replica of a real magnolia. Except I put the yellow in it because when it turns pink is when it's completely, it's like over blossomed and it's shedding. But it's actually yellow in the center until it starts shedding its seeds. But as you see, you have like a starlight, like your single petals right here. And then you have your round petals on the outside. They don't have a lot of petals. So I made a life-size one. I do have a tutorial on Carmen's magnolia. So you just go down the list of tutorials and you'll see it on there. And I show you how to make it from start to finish. I even go over the center, so I show you how to make the center. That is for my mama. Okay, so I'm going to actually turn this down. We're going to use a 14-inch Dollar Tree Wreath frame. We're going to cut some of this up. So we have our 14-inch. It comes out pretty big, so don't worry about if I'm not going to have enough room. We'll have plenty of room for this. I'll move that up. Like I said, I'm going to turn this down and we're going to go ahead and cut this up. Again, I apologize for being sentimental and crying. But a lot of you asked my history. You see my bio on my SD page. And on my Facebook page, there's a bio about my history and what I've been through. And I'm just being honest, being myself, okay? So I look forward to showing you. Oh, for the Amazing Grace tutorial, you do want to go get yourself some aged, it's called wire. It's naturally aged wire. It's wire with like a wooden pieces on it. It's not Oasis. This I got off of Amazon. But it's actual wire with some wrapped, like kind of like paper wood on it. And that goes perfect when you're using a vine to put on the back of it to hang it up and to attach your signs. So this is something you're going to want to get. Alright, it's not as thick as the other ones I've seen. Alright, so that will be for your vine wreaths. These are perfect for the vine wreaths. So I will be right back. Alright, so we are cutting up 5 rolls at once. And one of them is burlap fonts, and one of them is your burlap jute. And I already pre-cut some. So you're going to love this. So we're using the Scale Power Cutter. And always use your rocks to hold down all your material, okay? And then I take one finger under. Be careful you don't cut yourself. It's easy to nick. And this is 5 pieces at once. No fray. Does not mean you're not going to get fray from friction. So you know, as I say in every single tutorial, always spray to protect, okay? Trim and spray. I cut these at 11 inches. So look, all 5 are cut nice and pretty. You still get little strings, like as you're putting them and they're touching each other. Teeny little strings, barely. So it's just, that's from friction, okay? You just trim them as you go. So what I'm going to do is I have got 7 right now, so I'm going to cut one more. And yeah, that one got caught. There we go. It's because there's a dip right here where the glass is underneath. Again, nice and pretty. So I wouldn't recommend putting a piece of glass underneath your mat. You want this to be as flat as possible. So I'm going to take this out. My husband gave me glass. Every time we don't need something or he finds something, he always asks me if I need it. And I can always use this if I'm cutting certain things. But I don't need it right now. So these are little pieces of fibers that you're going to see that comes off of it as you cut it. So if you've watched me before, what do? Always clean your blade when you're done. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. I've been talking about the mesh friend with everyone. If you don't have a big work area, I recommend getting that. There are several. People have remade them and put them out there in SD to buy. The original is called the Mesh Friend. She came up with that. She does have somewhat too. I saw where she was they were redoing it last year where they have 2 stacked up 2 at a time to put 2 rolls on. So you have to look it up. It's on SD. So let's try it with our Zip Snip by Works. So it's a little bit louder. They both work fine. I am a skill girl, so I like both of them. I use both of them. The only reason why I use this is because this is the most affordable, and I'm trying to give everybody options on what to buy. So we'll go over price, and then we're going to go over cleaning it, charging it. You need to charge it. Let's do our scale again. It's on a flat board now. Nice and pretty, nice and pretty. See? All 5. And do one more of each one, and then we're going to go over the rest, and we're done with this part. Remember, if you do not have rocks to hold it down, it's going to ricochet. It's going to become, it's not going to cut even. It's going to become, it's going to pull. You have to have rocks or your paperweights, or this does not work properly. Scale. Nice and pretty. Do one more. This is Zip Snip. And we're going to put this up. I use a lot of rocks. Definitely better on a flat surface. And there's your Zip Snip by Works. Alright. So this is 5 rolls. I don't know how many of each roll until we actually put that together. I think there's 12 pieces of each on there. Not sure. Count it in just a second. I cut up some ahead of time, so might be less. Let me put these up. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, hon. Okay, let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, There's 9. I'll probably end up cutting 3 more pieces when we go on break. Okay, and that was 5 pieces at once. And yes, I cut through burlap and burlap jute with both products. What I mean by fibers, I'll show you. Please don't vacuum this up with your babies, your fur babies in there. It can get in their lungs, okay? You get little pieces of fibers. That's because you're cutting material. And that's with any material. So anytime, the way we came up with it, because me and my husband came up with this method 8-9 months ago now. Clean on top and behind of each blade to get all those fibers off both products. Okay? With your works, it's every 6 weeks. I take it off with a screwdriver here and one behind it to kind of budge it over. Unscrew it and clean behind it. Pieces of fiber get stuck around that blade. It's almost like, you know, when you vacuum and pieces of string get around the motor blade and you got to take it out and clean it all off. Same process. Do it with, this one is about every 3 months with this skill. Alright? These are self-sharpening, so they're razor blade sharp. So every time you use it, it sharpens it. You can buy replacement blades from both companies. Skill, you can only buy these online, everyone. They're not sold in stores. Skill, you can buy from Skill. Skill, this one runs between $60 and $80. You can get it for about $38. The new one that they made is a power screwdriver with cutter attachment. It is the same exact thing as I'm using, but it's more affordable. This one is $34.95. You can buy from HomeDepot.com, Walmart.com for both of them, Amazon for both of them, eBay, and you can buy from each manufacturer, from Works and from Skill. Everything's online only. You cannot buy them in the stores. Okay? We're going to go over those pollen beads. I keep seeing everyone. Please don't buy the Walmart brand. It bleeds really bad and it's the wrong size that I use. Alright? I always buy it on Amazon. Online only through Sereno's Crafts. I've been doing it for 15 years. They used to sell the same ones I have in the local craft stores to make your fake pollen inside of your flowers, alright, that you use on the yarn strings and stuff. I came up with the method to make the fake pollen on your foam centers, alright, and I've been doing it for 15 years. So, I'm sharing how to do it for my subscribers only, not for YouTube creators to recreate my flowers. That's not cool. Especially when I came up with it and I shared it with everyone. That's just not cool. So anyways, I'm going to take moss, 21-inch. It's not olive, it's moss. I got this from Paper Mart. It's a little bit jaggedy on the edges because I used a small little piece or something. I don't remember. So I'm going to even it out. That's how easy it is. Alright, cuts it right off. Like I said, these power up in the wall. Little ends right here where you plug it in, and then you plug it into the wall. The skill lasts about 18 hours of power. So 18 hours of crafting and cutting. This lasts about between 10, maybe 12. Not as much. But they're both good, okay? Alright, so we're going to take our Dollar Tree 14-inch Wreath form. Okay? Solid wood. We have the cable tie gun. This came from Walmart. It's ABN. It is $13.49. Very cheap. Fizzers. These are scissors, but they're called fizzers. They are not the same fizzers that you can buy at Joann's. They're only at Lowe's for this particular brand. They are orange and black, And they are, they're a lifetime warranty on the blade. They're $10.97 in Lowe's. You can go into your Lowe's store or online. They're hanging up near your shears. All right, it's a very popular scissors. They're like utility scissors, but they're better. I love them. They cut your zip ties. They're very good. So remember, you always want to gather up your ends. We got a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new people on the craft page. Welcome. I do see everybody. People even are writing me through SD and emailing me. It's such a blessing to meet each and every one of you. I wouldn't be here without you, so it's my honor. I'm so happy to meet all of you. So we're going to go over your bracket. You hear it? You want to hear the teeth pull. Just a teeny tiny little piece there. Go ahead and take another zip tie just to secure the ends. It's already secure around the bar, so you don't have to worry about that part. Go ahead and do this. That way it doesn't snag anymore. Because we know if it snags up like pantyhose, it can run straight through your mesh. So I just did that by hand. I'm going to take the fizzers. Some people don't like the cable tie gun. Some people prefer the fizzers. I use both. Push this in and push these in. Okay. It's not tight enough to me. Yeah. There is a tension on here. I can't see mine. It's right here in this little circle. I didn't see mine, but others have bought this. Lots of people have been buying these since I started advertising them. 1, 2. Always have your mesh with the edges going in. That's how you get your pretty poof. I always measure mine. 1 section, 2 section. Okay. Make sure it goes around it. 1, 2, over 1. That gives you a nice and even wreath when you're done. Otherwise, you can have a lopsided circle. One side will be fuller than the other. You want it to be even. I can't do the 1, 2, 3. Mine never come out right like that. I mean, I do it on some of them, but it's all about guessing. It's nothing. It's just easier for me to measure 1, 2, oh, back over 1. There we go. Now it's nice and tight. It depends on how the angle is too. This one is tighter than that one. So you want to make sure that it's angled right. Nothing's in the way. 1, 2. See, 1, 2. Over. Alright, I always do a close up here because I have a lot of people that keep asking. You have to actually see it to understand it because you're used to using pipe cleaners, and that's fine. So for roll 1 and roll 4, I go around the bracket, right here, around the bracket, not around your bar, around the bracket, right here in between 1 and 2. That holds your mesh in, so it doesn't move. Take your zip tie gun. Always feed it. See where I'm doing? It's better if it's laying down flat. Alright. You want to try to keep your mesh always facing the same way because this can get twisted up and tangled. You don't want to push it over. You don't want to do that. So that's why I keep talking about the mesh friend. All right, 1, 2. So you got 2 over, 1, 2. Over to 1. Zip tie around your bar in between 1 and 2. Tweed it. Hear the teeth. Zip tie again, or you can pull it by hand, but I will tell you, this is easier if you have arthritis or carpal tunnel. It's the whole reason why I started using it, because it does kind of hurt your hands pulling and tugging on those zip ties. When there's a gun that can do everything. Have you ever seen the, so let's talk about different things you can do. So I love to crochet and I love to sew. But they came out with a gun, a handheld gun for sewing. I had put it on my page like 2 months ago. So 1, 2. Same concept. So and they even have the micro, little teeny, tiny threads. So it's not like a hand threaded. You don't see it. It's so small. They came out with a gun that's handheld to sew now. It's really cool. So those of you that quilt and stuff like that, check it out. I saw it on Amazon, and I believe Walmart.com had one too. So there you go. I think the cheapest one I found for handheld for sewing was $20. So it's not that bad. It saves a lot of time. So 1, 2, especially if my kids were small or when my grandson's here. You know how they pop the seam in their hoodies and stuff? Easy fix with that. Or fixing a zipper, easy fix. You know, you just take the zipper out and you can sew it right then and there. So it's really easy fix. So here we go, around the bar. We're going to start on row 2 in just a second, and then I go off camera to finish this up. Otherwise, we'll be here for a long time, and I don't want to, it's already, when it comes to the poof and loop method, sometimes the tape is 2 hours long, so we're trying to keep it down a little bit. So, 1, I'm trying to keep it down. 2, right? And for those of you, please go and check out Miss Sandy Cass at Serendipity's Closet. She just finished her all her chemo treatment. She should be finding out if she needs surgery and all that real soon. As soon as we hear, I'll let everyone know on my Facebook, and plus if you're on her channel, you'll see her. She does a lot of the Dollar Tree crafts. She's a sweetheart. She is sharing her journey of breast cancer. So please go watch her and support her through this. Listen, even rewatching her videos, we get a few pennies. So it does add up. That 3 cents adds up when you rewatch it. So please go check her out, watch her videos, give her a thumbs up. It's Sandy Cass at Serendipity's Closet. She does a lot of craft tutorials, and she started doing more since she got done with her chemo round. So she has her days. You know, when you're sick, you have good days and bad days, but show her some love, please. She's a dear friend, and I love her. So when you're going to start on your second row, as you saw, I lifted the material over this, and then I put the zip tie on. That way you're not zip tying it right here, and then you twist it over, because then you're going to twist up your mesh there. Alright? So lift it over, zip tie. So instead of it being right here and zip tying, it's over that other one that's there. And then I zip tie it on top of it. Alright. So now we're doing our second row. Second and third row are your easiest rows. when it comes to making your wreaths. So, as you see, inside always. So as you're pulling this out, you're tucking the sides in, and that's how you poof it out after you apply, after you're done applying all your poofs. Then you fluff it out, okay? Otherwise, it's going to be too hard to get in there, and you're going to constantly be moving it. So you're going to see how big and poofy this is. I always do 4 layers. On some of my other ones, I've done 3 layers, but it's more full with the 4 layers. So 1, 2 over. And now when you go over for row 2 and 3, going around the bar, but this is the easy one because it's diagonal, okay? Instead of going over the bar here, you're going over where they meet. See? And that would be for row 2 and 3. This is the easy one. Alright. So, I'm not going to poof them all out right now. Like I said, it makes it so much more difficult when you're trying to put in the 3rd and 4th. But I will show you one. So when you pull them out to shape them, see, everything's tucked in, and you just pull it out. And look how poofy that is. That is how we get our poofs. And we do it with the zip ties. Alright? So I like to keep mine flat and then work around your wreath ring. So I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around, and then when I'm at the end of the roll of my mesh on 4, when I do the last one, I'll come back on and we'll finish this up together. So all my students, a lot of you already know about the Cajun wreath. I always show stuff, or I talk about it on my page, and I showed the package reveal that Miss Joyce sent me with all the stuff in it. So I know everybody's been waiting. Go ahead and start your canvas. I call this our canvas. So this is our blank canvas. This is your single color. We're going all the way around it. Then we add to it our art to make this an art piece, alright? So this is really pretty. And I figured we would do the mossy green because it is, gators are in the swamps, so why not make it with the theme, you know? So this is lots of fun. So I will see you guys in a few seconds. Go ahead and finish up. Okay. So I took out another piece of mesh I already have that is pre-cut. But at the end of the row, you have 2 options. You can cut it and then zip tie it to the back. Right, and I already pulled out all my poofs. It's nice and poofy, as you see. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Or you can take the end. This is a 5-inch, so it's going to be thicker. And you're just going to twist the very ends of your 21-inch mesh, and you're going to keep twisting it. Keep twisting and twisting till it's thick and tight. And at one point, you're going to have to shape it and turn it, okay? And then all I did, here's the end of it, is I zip tied it around the bar, okay, around where we started, right there. I zip tied it together and then zip tied it through the hoop. And then you don't have to waste anything to put on it to hang it. You can use your leftover mesh instead of cutting it off. Because remember, these are not, mine go around from one section to another, going over 2 and then back over 1, so they're not each 10 inches going around. It goes from 10 to 9.5 to 9 to 8.5 going around, so it goes in and smaller. So the leftover, you can make a little handle for people to hang it on a nail, or they can use the wreath hanger. okay? And you can cover the back, and it's nice and clean. So either way, it's still clean. You don't have to cover the back because this is right here, and it's perfectly fine. So when you work your ribbon and your loops, you go around the mesh right here, and it covers all this up and you don't see it. So that's a good way to not have any mesh left over and not have to add anything to hang it. You can use the leftover mesh to hang it. Alright? So, and I did do one of these, I'm trying to remember on what wreath we did it. We did it last week where I showed you how to do this. Wasn't the Easter one? I'm trying to remember. Or was it an Easter one? I am actually trying to remember. I think it was actually the cowgirl one. Maybe not. I'll figure it out. Trying to remember on which one I showed you how to do this. Alright, so now just go ahead and poof out your poofs. I'm just going to pull them apart. Nice and poofy. Shape your wreath. Everybody likes theirs different. Some people like it to lay on each other. Some people want to poof it out. It's totally up to you. But if, you know, like I said, mine aren't exactly 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. They go according to the bars. You can make a little hanger. It's really cool. Then you have nothing left over. How about that? So now we're going to add these on. And I'm actually trying to figure out if I want all the colors or if I want to add here and here. But we have a lot of decor to put on this. So, let's see. Let's try it with the center. Let me grab that center first. So the center is going to go, the top of it is going to be facing where you hang it. We have the center right here. And yes, you can loop your burlap. I think we may not use all that because we have a lot to put on this. We have a lot of decor. I have an idea. I always got ideas now that I'm playing with it. May not use the brown. We have the outside loops too. So let me see. I want to see this. The plaid, I definitely want to see. I might have a couple pieces left over, everyone, since I cut 9. And we may only need 6 of each. Or I might cut more. I think I might cut. Not the red, but I'll go check the door. Daddy's here, Ginger. I will be right back. Alrighty. Let's get this going. So I'm going to go over putting this on, and then we're going to add. As you see, we're putting a lot on. So I left some open for us to do together. So in between each one, I'm using the plaid, the fonts burlap, the brown, and the green. And it's very normal for burlap to get the little stringies. Just trim as you go. Okay. We're just giving it some color. I wanted to give it a little more color than that because we got a lot of stuff to add on. I just put a little brown in it, just a little bit, just to add to the color. And then you have your green that's in here and the tan, so it all kind of blends in. And then the red is going to give it a little pop because we've got to add the crawfish on there. So, and we still have the shrimp boot necklaces to put on. In the center, we have a gator. We have, I am going to do a bow, but it's not going to be a real big bow. Enough bow to just give it that little extra. Okay, so this is going to go around your second bar, around your zip tie. So you just pull it under, second bar, around the zip tie that's already there. Just gives it a little bit of color. Kind of don't want that brown all the way like that. Like this. I should have used a zip tie gun. I hurt my hands every time I do that. Pulling it. Alright, and now in between your first and second loop on the second bar, we are adding, so you're going to use more plaid than anything else. So there's 6, 12, and then we put some inside, which would be 16 pieces of the plaid. And you're going to use 16 pieces of the burlap. You're going to use 6 pieces of the brown. We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 pieces of the red, right? We want to give it color and character. We are going to add decoration to it too. This is a full wreath. This is one of the harder, well, it's not hard, it's just time consuming because we do so many loops. Alright, the loops are what's decorating this, and then we put a cute little bow on it. But we're actually going to add a whole bunch of decor. It's going to be really cute. Here, make sure this is flat. Around the second bar, in between the first and the second poof. There we go. See that? Cute. So we have color. You have your 6, so 12 things of color, and then the intersection. So that's your color that you're adding in your poofs, and then along the side where you normally would put your ribbon. Now, you're going to go through inside in between the loop inside around the 4th bar. And we're going to add some more red and some color to it. And I did cut more because we were using more than I originally anticipated. Got one extra just in case I feel like I need to add more in there. So roll up. And put this over. And roll up your loops. Trim your little, it's not frayed. These are little strings. Alright, that's normal. It's not frayed. There's pieces of fibers. And trim as you go. Some burlap jute and then the burlap plaid. And your red. You want to put your red in because red stands for the crawfish, represents the crawfish. So inside of your wreath, move it to your last loop, number 4, in between on number 4 bar, in between the 3rd and the 4th loop on the number 4th bar. And add your color. We'll go through this after we get everything else. Again, trim as you go. It's normal any way you cut it. Look at that, I almost double burlapped it. I was hoping this wouldn't be a long tutorial, but we're doing a lot and I'm trying not to make it too long. So push the loop in between the 3rd and the 4th loop around the 4th bar. Add your color in it. Once you add all your decor, this all is going to blend in. It's really cute. I put the sign on it and I was like, oh, it needs more red. I need something to pull out the alligators and stuff. Not just out here, but inside of it as well. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to add a couple. Where's the hanger at? Right here's where we hang it. So yeah, put kind of want the bow right here. So we're going to go over. Let's see. Bow's going to go right here. Right here. So we're going to leave this one empty. So we are going to use 5. Alright. Just rolling it up. Remember we cut these in 10 just in case you have to trim it. That's the whole reason why we cut it. I mean 11 inches is for trimming. Because it doesn't matter how you cut it, you get frayed. Nothing is 100%. So I like to cut mine as I go and to spray it once we're done. I trim and then I spray, and that keeps it down. Also, when you store it in a plastic bag. You can hang it up in your closet on a hanger with the plastic bag over it. That way it doesn't smush and it doesn't touch anything, because friction makes right. And I always tell my customers, if you want it to last, you know, more than one season, please, please, please store it properly. In between your third and your fourth poop, zip tie it around the fourth bar. Remember, we're adding color. So what I do, and I know it's a little different than what anyone else does. Usually people wait till the last to put their sign on. But, because I want to work, the sign's not big. So I want to see where I want it, where it's going. Because I want to work around it with the shrimp boots. We already have one here, and you can glue that on the poof there. Alright, before we tie this down, let's start adding. These are shrimp boot necklaces. They're cute. Really cute. Really, really cute. I love it. So what I did is I zip tied this one inside the loop there, and then you can glue it there, but also I did kind of want to I don't know. Yeah. Take another zip tie. Once you figure out where you want it in the length so the boots kind of hang down, put the ends of it around. We still have crawfish too, so zip tie, just going around the poof that's already there. I didn't know where I wanted it, so you can put it on with the poof if that's the way you want to do it. I didn't know where I wanted it, so you can also hang around the loops too. I can actually glue that like that. They can actually hang if you wanted them to. Let's put this right. Here. We have the other one we gotta do still too. Going around the fourth bar, attaching these on around the loop that's already there, around the zip tie. Really easy. Zip tie, zip tie, zip tie. Remember, that's your base that holds everything in. know if I want it there. Let me put it up here. Just this one. I'm going to put going through the hanger I made. I'll go around this up here. Just that way it just droops down. That way it doesn't get in the way of anything, but we still have decor. There we go. Go ahead and put the center in. Add another gator. We still have a survival kit. I'm going to deal with that too. Oh, if that's going outside, you don't want it to get wet, okay? Because then that would get wet. Make sure that the fleur-de-lis is upwards and not backwards. There's a little, you can buy these already done that's not painted. There's a little hook on the back to hang it on the wall. So you should know what way is up and what way is not. A lot of people mess this up. You can't mess this up. It stands a certain way. Okay. Go through the loop. The poof, sorry. Go just right through it. A lot of you are asking to write me and stuff. I am getting a P.O. box. Be patient with me. I'll post it as soon as we get it. It'll be a way to contact me. SD's a good way to text me. And then we have the, I have a public Wreath page too. And then we have the craft group. So if you need to talk to me, you can always go right to my SD shop and message me there too. But I am working on getting a P.O. box, so I know a lot of people like to write and send notes and stuff like that, so I will be getting one for everyone. It's better that way. Anyways, I need one for business purposes. Not everybody likes to email. Turned out really cute. We're not even done yet. So when this hangs, it's just going to hang down. Put it to like the side over here. It'll just hang down. It's a shrimp loop. It's cute. Alright. Like I said, stuff to glue too, so just get that. How we did the Mardi Gras beads and we just strung it through. Alright. So remember, I do want to put, I'm going to put this more over here on this side because I want the bow here. Because we still have her and I want to put her on the bow. Or I can even put her right there. Alright. So a little alligator steel. I'm going to put him right there. Yes, you can glue these. I'm going to move the glue over so everybody can see. So, hold on 1 second. I'm going to glue him right here. It's cute. Do you know people eat alligator every day? That's a southern thing, right? Here we go. This is why I have the whole purpose of having the glass, everyone, is to put it over your mat when using glue. That way glue, doesn't run on your mat and ruin it. So that's the whole purpose of that. Move this over here so it doesn't get broke. I'm going to take one out, and we're going to start putting a little bit of decor everywhere. So, and then we have one to put it, I'm thinking of where I want it first. So, one out of crawfish. Be careful you don't burn yourself. It's very hot, especially with this. It's very hot. Wear your finger protectives, okay? And this will melt right on, so once it's on, you can't take it off because this is plastic. It melts right to the mesh. So make sure you have it where you want it. So because I don't know where she's going, if I'm going to put her here or down here where I'm putting the bow. I'm not sure yet. You can actually smell this. Right here. This actually came with a lot. Big bag of a whole bunch of them. You can use them on other projects, so you know you can use these on summertime too. Beach type things, seafood and stuff. I can't. I can feel it. Alligator. Oh, crap. You're going to have to be careful with this one, so I'm just going to put it right there. Just glue it right there. It's your moss. Rice and beans. Tabasco sauce. Be creative. Remember the thing when we were When I was little, there was a song, Be Creative. Put the little coin. I might save this with that for another one. I always put, I do like it though. Alright, we're going to make a little bow and then we'll figure out where we're going to put her and if we're going to do anything else on this. It's really cute. So it's got everything about Louisiana in it. So I'm not going to actually use magnolia because I have magnolia in the ribbon. So let's move this over. Almost left-handy again. You guys know that I'm originally left-handed. I use both hands. I can do it in left and right. Most of you are right-handed, so I try to always do what everybody else is doing. This is Louisiana ribbon from Craft Outlet. Isn't it beautiful? It's got little magnolias on it. Really cute. And put it on the second one whenever you're just using one roll. You do want to make this, because look how fat this wreath is, first of all. The thickness is huge. So we definitely can see little teeny tiny little pieces I want to trim. I'm picky. You probably don't see it, but I do. Alright. I always say use 26 gauge anytime I'm doing a bow. This is Regina's Cellar Pro Bow. This is the deluxe model. It is $99. You can buy it straight from ProBowTheHand.com, or you can buy it on Amazon. Craft Outlet was out of everything. Also, this is the same finger placement as using the large. The large does these bows too. Actually, the large goes all the way up to F. Alright, so you can create this. I try to do something everybody can do anytime I'm making a bow in a tutorial. Not everybody has the extra large, so I don't want to make something that nobody has. Most people have the large. So you just want to scrunch it, twist, twist. You want to at least a half an inch to an inch. You probably don't need 28 inches of floral wire like I got. It's probably too much. But better to have too much than not enough. So you want to tweet it around. Top goes around the bar. Remember, these are extra large fingers too. I have, they're large fingers, and then I have some for 5-inch mesh, extra large. Alright, so all you're going to do, once you wrap it around your center finger, we're using row C. We're using 5 fingers on each side. Wrap it around your center finger, wrap it around the top, and then around the nail one time. This is easy, simple. So scrunch, twist, over. This isn't going to be a really big bow because we're using a single ribbon. Scrunch, twist. We don't want it too big either. Scrunch, twist. Now, if I do a Louisiana with, or Mississippi with the magnolia, I might do Louisiana, because both Mississippi and Louisiana's state flower is magnolia. I might just do a Louisiana one magnolia wreath, and use the ribbon, a nice pretty ribbon, and use like the hunter green that goes with it. I'll figure it out. My husband must have let a mosquito in biting me. Scrunch, twist, scrunch, twist. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Scrunch, twist. You can also take your bow Dabra if you wanted to and just do a regular bow and do like a single bow on it. Single. I like mine a little fancy, so scrunch, twist. That's it. And then you're going to scrunch and twist it like you're making another finger. Pull this off. Make sure this is completely off. No wire on the bar. Off the nail at the bottom. I'm going to tie it on nice and pretty. I think we're going to do maybe, I'm not sure how many legs we want, but all you do when you're making your legs is, I call them legs, everyone. Call them the legs of the bow. I don't know what else anyone else calls them, but I call them legs. You just twist it at the top. Tie it on. We're doing 3. Normally I do 6 or 4. If you do 6, if I use 3 ribbon, 4 if I use a double. So we cut this. This over. Beautiful ribbon. Sorry, I got a Cricut a year ago, and most of my signs we use the Cricut for the words, so we actually use it a lot. So it should slide right off. This is called your fluff box. Now you can make your, where we put it on there to fluff it. Make sure they're all facing the same. Fold it in half. Give me your tails. You don't have to. Scissors jammed on me. Keeps locking up. I might have to grease it or something. Let's take this. Want to put your hook? I wonder, I got it. Put your hook going. Just hook it on. As you see, there's not a lot. All you're doing is just fluffing it. Just a small ribbon. Pretty though. That's it. I was like, wait a minute. Am I missing a leg here? Or not? These in place right here. It's really cute. Nothing big, nothing real fancy. Remember, there's a lot going on that wreath. I'm going to tie it. The whole reason why people wait to put the bow on the center piece, I mean, is because of the bow. But I wanted to see where I was going to place everything. Move this over. I wanted to take away from the center sign. Alright. I'm just going underneath the bar. The first bar. Turn this around so everybody can see. All I'm doing is going underneath the bar here. Taking this one, I'm going to tweet it underneath the inner bar. Stick it under, tie it, make sure it doesn't take away from the sign or any type of pieces you want to show, because once you put it on, you don't want to take it off. So I don't want it that high, I want it more low. Alright. Just tying it in a knot. That's all I'm doing. Take it, both pieces, going underneath and tweeting it around the bar, nice and tight. Okay, there we go. Look how pretty. That's cute. Really cute. Didn't know if I was going to use that. Yeah, you're going to want to fluff it once it's where you want it. I want a big bow because this is Cajun themed. Right. So you are going to have to put a tad bit of glue on this once she's on there. And put her right. I don't want to put her in the bow. I want her right here at the top though. Through the pearls. Through the pearls again. Sticking it behind and between 3 and 4 bar, and then around the top. That's all I'm doing. This is really cute. You don't have to cover the back either. Nice clean backs don't need covered unless you want to. But you don't have to. Alright, so I am going to put a little bit of glue on that. You know what would look really cool on this? If we had some lights, like flashy lights, so at night it would flicker on and off. That would look awesome with this. It would look really cool. There we go. Just hold it. It didn't need a lot. It's enough to keep the bottom of her face down. I think I'm going to put some on top too. Just to even there we go. She's good. Alright. That's how you know. Look. She's good. So, now that we know what everything that's on it, now you can add your last little bit if you have anything left. So you can always do Cajun right here. Alright, if it's going to be outside, just not sure about it. But you do want it to say Cajun, so that kind of gives it what you're looking for. So why not put it right? I'm going to cover that up. But wait, that's fine. You can move over. I'll move him over. And take. Because you want it to say it. Because that's the whole point. Louisiana Cajun. You're celebrating the Cajun heritage. So we have to put this up. Whether I want to put it up. Oh, let's put it right here. It's cute. He's right here, so it's good. Take another piece of floral wire. And you gotta glue it too. So what you can do, I would sell these for inside the house only if you're gonna be using the paper. But what I can tell you, you can do, you know, the laminated sheets that you got? We have them because I laminate pictures. You can actually laminate this and make it waterproof. So if they want it for outside, you can always laminate it. Alright? So I'm actually going to take this. I would keep it in the house though. It's so pretty. It's cute. Cute, cute, cute. So we have Cajun, we have all the foods, we have the Louisiana ribbon, we have, on the Louisiana ribbon is the magnolia flower. So everything is towards the Cajun heritage. How awesome is that? This is cool. This is so cool and cute. Cool, cute, and I'm proud of it. I'm very proud. So I went ahead, we're doing the Cajun survival kit. We put it on the side. Really cute. Okay, and I'll go hang it up for everybody to see. I think it came out darling. Here we go. Hope I made you proud, Louisiana. I'm thinking about making a Mississippi wreath. Sorry. Hope I made you proud, Louisiana. Look, everything that you stand for is on here. It's a cute, adorable, beautiful wreath. To all my Cajun friends and family in Louisiana, love you, love you, love you. This is awesome. See? I like making all heritage. I love it. This is cute. Really, really cute. Don't want to fluff it out too much because I want to see the crabby. Cute, cute, cute. Now all we got to do is hang it up. So please trim, 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 trim. We used up almost everything, Miss Joyce, except for all the crawfish. There's so many crawfish. But we can probably add a couple more. I just think it would take away if we put too much on it. I might just put one right here. Yeah. I think it's cute the way it is. We have everything on here. I think it's cute. Do we have leftovers? The crawfish. Oh, and an open package of the Cajun survival kit. So I'm going to go hang this up so everybody can see it. Like I said, what would be perfect with this is if you put like some flashy lights on it. Some, you know, you can turn on and off. You can even get a remote control flashy lights and put them on. You can go with, I'm going to even do a blue light because, you know, you go and catch shrimp at night. You do know this, right? Because we used to catch them when I was little. Crabs at night too. But the crabs came out at night. We caught those with, when I was little, we had chicken, we had fishing string and raw chicken. And we used to put it on there and throw it in the Gulf and catch crabs that way. So, but at night it was like the invasion of crabs. What I mean by that is, at night they all come out and run on the, all come out on their little holes and run on the ground. Yeah, not too cool. So, okay, let me go hang this up. See you in a minute. Okay, everyone, so the lighting's not real great in here because it is nighttime. I just got done, so this will be out probably in the morning or very late tonight. So, in better lighting, I'll take pictures and post them up on the group page. But you can even, it's like the color I would use is a little bit lighter than the stain I used. You can do like a brick color maybe on the sign, but it's natural looking and it's cute and everything goes together, so I like it. So I hope everyone has a good night. Remember, either tomorrow or Thursday, I'm not sure yet, Amazing Grace is our next read. Alright, so like, share, subscribe. Everyone have a blessed night. Bye.